Radio nostalgia from Mars.
Hello all you Martians out there. It's your turn, fixed foot soul, with a bit of that old world flavour. You're tuned to Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Breathe easy, kick back, and reminisce.
Take my hand, explain to me this project called humanity. Don't let go while on this ride. There will be no surprise. All I know is that we shouldn't be sad when we think of the road ahead. Take my hand, don't let go. I know we won't get lost. Oh no. My hand, don't let go. The signs are fake and the maps are false, but we must go on. Your earphones off, listen to me, and I'll guide you through this cacophony. People talk, but they've nothing to say. Why would anyone know the way? Take my hand, don't let go. I know we won't get lost. Oh no, way home. Take my hand, don't let go. The signs are fake and the maps are false, but we must go on.
Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
Wow, what a way to start the show. Anna Churchin with Take My Hand, her sublime take on our wonderful project called Humanity. Beautiful. Plenty more to come into Soul Show, a show packed with stories and music to remind ourselves of where we are and how far we've come.
You're listening to Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
You're a tight beam to Radio Nostalgia from Mars, music for the lost days of Earth.
Every morning I like to look at the sky. I whisper a word or two, and it glows right back at you. The smell of coffee and of bread, the news is sad. The children laugh. You were in me, now out of bed, ready for the big bad world. Hello, creatures of the world. Hello, creatures of the world. Creatures of the world. Every morning I wish that we had a sky. I whisper a prayer or two, but they bounce right back off you. The smell of eggs and hot concrete, the papers twist, the children sing. Pull them back, the paint white sheets. The city wolves show their sharp steel teeth. Hello, creatures of the world. Hello, creatures of the world. Hello, creatures of the world.
from home. Radio nostalgia from Mars.
Creatures of the world, now that Attracted takes us back. Stefan Milenkovic, pining for blue skies, fast musing on the games we play. Just a reminder that until further notice, there is a moratorium on all team leaders playing card and board games with their teams, following an incident over a game of Monopoly in Section C. All senior section team leaders will convene for emergency counseling and anger management courses. Until then, there'll be no intersectional board game tournaments and no games with groups larger than 4 people at a time per team. In the interim, teams are encouraged to take advantage of the half ration special on OMAS, the delicious and relaxing drink that takes the edge off of everything.
Take a moment, relax, and remember with Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
A Russian and an American work together in space. A very different sight from the Cold War arms race. Whether Kubrick or Tarkovsky, Solaris or 2001, Melville or Dostoevsky, Yesenin or Jack London, 2 astronauts argued about art, values and international relations. 2 astronauts argued. Америка убила иракцев, убила Че, Аленде и Лумумбу. Она убила корейцев и вьетнамцев, распространяя демократию. Don't get me started on Stalin and your talent to suffer under SARS. My friend, your history is long. You also inflicted scars. 2 astronauts argued about art, values and international relations. 2 astronauts argued. They speak in 2 tongues, but still for hours they talk. The same oxygen in their lungs, the same thrill on their spacewalks. Я скучаю по утреннему кофе в Москве, сказал российский космонавт. I miss my dog Laika in the sunrise, said the American astronaut. Я скучаю по жене и домой, сказал российский космонавт. Also miss my wife and replied Charlie the astronaut. 2 astronauts argue about art, values and international relations. 2 astronauts светит солнце, свет Бога, и как прекрасна голубая земля. Говорит Сергей из Роскосмоса. Indeed, search, my friend, with hope on our mind, on a mission for mankind. International relations, 2 astronauts
iz starih dobrih dana. Radio Nostalgija sa Marsa.
Anna Church in there, and arguably the first interplanetary hit, Two Astronauts, an anthem to the Great Evacuation, and certainly one of our most popular requests. Speaking of requests, please follow Habitat protocols for sanitation. No liquids other than bodily in the main bin, including pee. Some of you don't like it, but all water is recycled, so pee into the funnel installed next to your toilet, please.
Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
High speed on the Autobahn, like spaceship Earth around the sun. A diver's breath in a deep blue sea, bubbles like your thoughts of me. Make up sex on a summer's day, like an airplane on a runaway. Melts like ice cream in the sun, and doesn't fool anyone. Like a desperate man taking his chance, quick as the kiss at your first dance. Keep your eyes open and don't you blink, you'll miss the boat before it sinks. Sky passes quickly like bursts like a bomb, like a child in the morning, it will soon be gone. So hold those close and don't waste your breath, the time will come when nothing is left. 'Cause life passes quickly, it flies by. Speed on the Autobahn, like spaceship Earth around the sun. Like a diver's breath in a deep blue sea, passes like your thoughts of me. Make up sex on a summer's day, like an airplane on a runaway. Melts like ice cream in the sun, doesn't fool anyone. Like a desperate man taking his chance, quick as the kiss at your first dance. Keep your eyes open and don't you blink, you'll miss the boat before it sinks. Sky passes quickly like bursts like a bomb, like a child in the morning, it will soon be gone. So hold those close and don't waste your breath, the time will come when nothing is left. 'Cause life passes quickly, it flies by.
You're home away from home. Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
Life passes quickly indeed. Another blast from the past, reminding us to savor each moment as it flies by. Speaking of savoring things, the Health and Well-being Department would like us to remind you that the popping and fizzing noise your dried food makes when you're adding water is perfectly normal and does not mean it has gone off or is contaminated. The Health and Wellbeing Department would also like to take this moment to remind you to take your bone density pills twice a week now, as it was discovered the original dose is off by a factor of 2.
You're listening to Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
The deepest tunes, the warmest memories. Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
Repetition, 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 disruption. Procrastinate, hibernate, isolate, masturbate, duplicate, fabricate, formulate, negotiate, calculate, allocate, accumulate, assimilate, eliminate, annihilate, mediate, dictate, subjugate, interrogate, procrastinate, hibernate, isolate, masturbate, duplicate, fabricate, formulate, negotiate, calculate, allocate, accumulate, assimilate, eliminate, annihilate, mediate, dictate, subjugate, interrogate, procrastinate, hibernate, isolate, masturbate, duplicate, fabricate, formulate, negotiate, calculate, allocate, accumulate, assimilate, eliminate, annihilate, mediate, dictate, subjugate, interrogate, procrastinate, hibernate, isolate, masturbate, duplicate, fabricate, formulate, negotiate, calculate, allocate, accumulate, assimilate, eliminate, annihilate, mediate, dictate, subjugate, interrogate, procrastinate, subjugate, interrogate, procrastinate, hibernate, isolate, masturbate, duplicate, fabricate, formulate, negotiate, calculate, allocate, accumulate, assimilate, eliminate, annihilate, mediate, dictate, subjugate, interrogate, procrastinate, hibernate, isolate, masturbate, duplicate, fabricate, formulate, negotiate, calculate, allocate, accumulate, assimilate, eliminate, annihilate, mediate, dictate, subjugate, interrogate, procrastinate, hibernate, isolate, masturbate, duplicate, fabricate, formulate, negotiate, calculate, allocate, accumulate, assimilate, eliminate, annihilate, mediate, dictate, subjugate, interrogate, procrastinate, hibernate, isolate, masturbate, duplicate, fabricate, formulate, negotiate, calculate, allocate, accumulate, assimilate, disruption.
You're listening to Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
Well, what can I say? No wonder that song got into her head. But with a little help from some friends, she pulled through. Another thing that can get into your head is living conditions here on Mars. Life up here on Mars can get a bit overwhelming at times, so along with a soothing OMAS drink, no stress, no fuss, it bears mentioning that wellness counseling is mandatory for all team members, regardless of rank or tenure. The wellness sessions are completely confidential and anonymous, but do remember that all conversations are monitored and recorded for security reasons, and you must have your ID badge and sectional access pass visible at all times.
Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
the deepest tunes, the warmest memories. Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
Well, that brings us to the end of the show. It's been a real journey. Music, stories, and memories. Radio Nostalgia from Mars has it all. If you want to be involved with RNFM, have a story to tell, a memory to share, contact us via the usual internet channels and leave a short message outlining your contribution. Once your story idea is vetted and greenlit by corporate, we'll track you down to organize a time to record you. Please note that not all stories are accepted, and we are not permitted to give out criteria, so stories and ideas are submitted at your own risk. A big thank you to our show sponsor, OMAS, the no stress, no fuss drink for the ultra elite. And a big thank you to corporate for allocating us this precious time and their resources on this tight beam to you. I hope you've enjoyed the show. It's been a pleasure to take your hand. We're playing out with Crowded in My Mind, a song that always reminds us that no matter how cramped and stuffy we feel, in the end, there is always a breath of fresh air in memories of blue skies.
Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
Yeah, to all you Martians out there, welcome to another edition of Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Plenty of great stuff coming your way onto Soul Show. You know, bit of that old Terran flavor, some more stories from our beloved callers, and news and views from around our base out here among the stars. Like I said, your tight beam to Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Breathe easy, kick back, and reminisce. show with the club classic Proto 2021, a long-lost Earth Day anthem recently discovered in the archives here on Mars. That should take most of us back to the days when Mars was nothing but an evening star in the sky, and large social gatherings were still normal and carefree. Speaking of carefree, look out for 3 new OMAS flavors, pink, green, and yellow. Pure calm in a tube.
Take a moment, relax, and remember with Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
Muzika iz starih dobrih dana. Radio nostalgija sa Marsa.
From neoclassical to electronica, we really do have it all here on Radio Nostalgia from Mars. First we heard an original vinyl with music from an unknown composer, lost to time, I'm afraid. All I can say is it's a white label test pressing found in a recycling bin with just the word Aftermath written across the label. After that we got the blood pumping with an upbeat tune from Polytet AD and their classic tune, Do You Love Me? Want to keep that blood pumping? Remember, exercise is mandatory. No groans, no bones. And mental exercise is just as important, so get on down to your local rec center for a dose of mentally stimulating team activities and some delicious OMAS.
Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
The deepest tunes, the warmest memories. Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
Okay, on with the show. Well, we've had a few requests for some classical music, and boy do I have a double treat for all you classical and vinyl lovers out there. A genuine record playing off an actual record player on loan from a dedicated RNFM fan. So grab a tube of OMAS, sit back and enjoy some chill neoclassical vibes with that warm vinyl sound right here on Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
twój dom daleko od domu. Radio Nostalgia z Marsa.
Stockpiled on water, stockpiled on soap, stockpiled on blankets, stockpiled on coal, stockpiled on rice, stockpiled on rifles, stockpiled on beans, stockpiled on sardines, stockpiled on wine, stockpiled on rum, but I cannot stockpile on love, stockpile on love, stockpile on love, stockpile on love, stockpiled on books, stockpiled on gas, stockpiled on toilet paper, stockpiled on maids, stockpiled on butter, stockpiled on toast, stockpiled on silver, stockpiled on gold, stockpiled on bourbon, stockpiled on scotch, but I cannot stockpile on love, 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 stockpile on love.
Katarina Peak there, reminding us that all the good things in the world are no substitute for love. So, if you've recently matched with someone via our repopulation program and you've received a date for your first meetup, don't forget to add it to your mandatory diary. There does seem to be some confusion about scheduling based on the new double month standard, but it's really quite simple, guys. There are now 24 months in our year, and there are 2 of each month, January 1 and January 2, February 1 and February 2, and so on. Each month is now 28 sols long, except for every 6th month, which is 27 sols long. I hope that clears up the situation. Any further queries, in writing please, can be submitted directly to the Mars Coalition for the simplification of the Martian calendar.
Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Not really.
nostalgia from Mars.
Thank you, Manya, for sharing both your thoughts and your favorite sounds with us. That MTA recording actually got me digging into my proverbial record crate because it reminded me of this old track from my DJing days back on Earth called Tokyo 320, a minimal tech house homage to life in the commute and traveling while standing still. Wonderful stuff. Not so wonderful, though, is a spate of ecoplastic stockpiling occurring in sectors 7 through 12 after rumors of a pending shortage. Guys, ecoplastic items are freely dispensed at conveniently located kiosks around Tesla City, so there's simply no need to hoard any ecoplastic items. In fact, hoarding them deprives the 3D printers of the recyclable material they need to make them freely available. So your stockpiling is kinda defeating the point of renewable resources. There's a 14 sol grace period to return all parts not in use. No questions asked. Besides, however much you hold on, there's just one thing you can't stockpile. Ah yes, not all of us up here pine for the fjords. Put me in the desert camp for sure. That searing blue sky and endless horizon. I'm still not used to how close the horizon here is on Mars, and the strange sky still throws me off when I see it, and apparently I'm not the only one. The Recreation and Relaxation Department has asked me to remind those complaining about the red color filter on the windows of the panorama observation deck that the sky on Mars is not blue, but salmon pink. So please bear that in mind when submitting your request to visit the outer domes. And also bear in mind that the waiting list is now double months long, so book early for the experience. You're tight-beamed to Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Let's take a trip into the desert.
Nostalgia from Mars.
Well, that brings us towards the end of this particular show. I hope you've enjoyed our rather geological excursion into the past. From music to stories and memories, Radio Nostalgia from Mars has it all. If you want to be involved with RNFM, have a story to tell, a memory to share, contact us via the usual intranet channels and leave a short message outlining your contribution. A big thank you to our show sponsor, OMAS, the No Stress, No Fuss drink for the ultra elite. And a big thank you to corporate for allocating us this precious time and their resources on this tight beam to you. I hope you've enjoyed the show. It's been an absolute pleasure to share this time with you. We're playing out now with some uplifting melodic techno to remind us to always look onwards and upwards. We may have traded blue skies for pink, but don't forget, we still live and love under the same sun.
Due to limited bandwidth, this transmission will repeat. Due to limited bandwidth, this transmission will repeat in 30 seconds. Due to limited bandwidth, this transmission will repeat in 20 seconds. In 15 seconds. In 10 seconds. In 5 seconds. In 1 second.